You see the title? It brings me great shame to admit what I'm admitting today, right? So yeah, used to be an incel, man. Real bad. Not real bad, actually. I ain't even gonna lie. I was probably like, hey, like, I was an incel, but I wasn't like 18 prestige incel. Like, I wasn't the nigga making videos and in the comment section saying modern woman. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit just seemed so cringy to me, bro. Saying modern women, blah, blah, blah. Man, like that wasn't me, right? But I was watching the Fresh and Fit videos, live streams. I was consuming stuff is cold content, blah, 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 stuff like that. Not to say stuff is cold as an incel. I don't know what he got going on. He doing his thing though. Every time I see him, look like he's doing his thing. But I was watching, alpha male strategies, shit like that, because I couldn't get no hoes, right? I couldn't get no hoes. And I'm not like that no more. I gotta be honest with you. A part of that never really leaves you. And I'm not gonna say incels are understood, but I think a lot of people, the internet, first of all, man, internet made this situation way worse and my trauma and suffering way longer than it had to be, because I'm on this bullshit, listen to a whole bunch of other niggas who don't get no hoes, right? Or who got hurt by a girl. Now they crashing out on their villain art saying, fuck all bitches, fuck all these women don't deserve shit. Don't get me wrong, some women don't deserve shit, right? Some women get exactly what they deserve, but that's not all of them. I can't even say it's not a majority of them. I don't know. I just know it's not all of them. And at the time, I didn't know that. My reason for my failure with women was really on me, right? I know it was a skill issue, bro. It wasn't nothing wrong with the product, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing wrong with the women out there. It was a skill issue. I didn't know better, and I was told one thing coming up. And when it wasn't like that, I was very upset because I felt manipulated. I felt played. I felt like somebody was just trying to project their hurt and pain on me and didn't give a fuck about how it was going to affect me. They just wanted to see me act like what they wanted to, what they wanted in their life, right? So I know a lot of people, before you even get into the nitty gritty, right? A lot of people don't even really understand what an incel is. They think an incel is, they think an incel means you just hate women, right? I remember I was talking to a girl one time and she said, oh, such as an incel. And the way she was using it, I was just kind of looking at it. I'm like, huh? I'm like, bro, that don't even make sense. I'm like, what? Because I guess the dude she was talking about, I don't know. He get a lot of, I'm assuming he get a lot of girls or whatever. I don't know personally. But the way she was using, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, do you even know what incel means? She was like, yeah, it means you hate women. And I'm like, nah, that's not what it, nah, that means you can't get no cheeks. You know what I'm saying? You involuntarily, I don't even use a word, bro. I can't say it, bro. You can't get no cheeks, bro. Involuntary celibate, bro. Fuck. Can't pronounce it. Anyways, you don't get no ass, right? You can't. You're trying, but you can't. That's what an incel is. Nothing more, nothing less. Usually, at least the dudes hating women, but not all incels hate women. Some incels just don't know the game, bro. And you'll be surprised. A lot of incels are like normal dudes. Now, if you was to see me on the street, right? Your first thought probably wasn't like, oh, this nigga is an incel. I was watching the type of videos I was watching, right? Because during this time when I was an incel, I still was talking to women. And I think I heard a lot. I didn't hear it a lot. I heard it a couple times, but they was like, oh, I know you got, when the girl tell you like, oh, I know you got all the whole blah, blah, blah. Basically, they trying to call you cute type shit. And I'd be like, nah. And they're like, oh, you lying. I remember one time I told a girl, I said, nah, you about to find out why. She found out why too, bro. Like, I ain't know, something was fucking wrong with me back then, bro. I was hurt, you know what I'm saying? But how my journey into the incel community started was obviously dealing with the girl. We was in like a little situationship. I tried to turn it into a relationship. I'm not gonna lie. When I look back on it, my hurt from that situation was all my fault. Cause I won the game. I won the game, right? Like, I won, right? I was in the perfect position. And then I put myself in a position to get fucked over. Like, I forced myself. She was even trying to save me, right? I forced myself to be in a position to get fucked over. And I got fucked over. And now I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? Looking back on it, I ain't gonna lie, that was my fault, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my fault. Yeah, I was dealing with a girl, man. Things ain't go right, man. I found out some shit, as you always do, you know? And my whole like mentality just like flipped, bro. Like, bro, you mean like villain art? And I can't even call this shit a villain art because I didn't do nothing villainous, right? Not because I didn't want to, but because I just didn't have the skill, right? I couldn't get no ass. I was an incel, right? But like my whole perspective and mentality is just like 360, bro. Like the nigga I was before, which I said before, once a dude get his heart broke, he's not the same person he was pre-heartbreak, you know? But bro, my whole perspective on life, bro, like I was filled with rage. I mean, like, you know how you be so mad sometimes? You can feel it in your chest, like your chest start tingling, your blood start racing, boiling. You can feel the adrenaline. Bro, I was walking around like that on a daily basis, bro. Like, just throughout the day, chest start getting tight, chest start tingling, blood boiling, racing, bro. Like, I'm geeked up, like, just out random times of the day, just mad, bro, for like at least a year and a half, bro. That couldn't have been good on my health or my hairline, bro. That's probably why my shit fucked now. Well, nah, my shit was fucked before that, but it probably didn't help it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I was really like so pissed. And like, this is like my second situation where I got fucked over. So, man, I'm just like, bro, I'm young at the time too. I'm like 21 going on 22. Bro, man, when I tell you, bro, like my life just like, I was so hurt, man. I was so lost. I was looking anywhere for guidance at this point, right? Funny enough, this is around the time I kind of caught up with my pops, you know? I'm 22 and my pops just reached out to me, right? I didn't grow up with my pops, man. My pops was pretty absent in my childhood. I talked to the nigga maybe twice that I remember in my childhood, bro. Right? So my pops hit me up on Facebook and I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie. If it was any other time in life, I probably would have just ignored it. But because I was so lost, so vulnerable, just looking for guidance, I'm like, man, maybe if I talk to this nigga, he can help me out, right? Long story short, the nigga told me, you got life more figured out than I do, man. I said, man, what the fuck is, I'm like, so after that waste of time, right? I wouldn't even say it was a waste of time, but I didn't get what I came for, right? I didn't get the guidance I was looking for. I didn't get the information I was looking for, man. I went to the ultimate learning utensil, YouTube, right? And how I first got into this content, right? This was like before this situation with this girl. I searched how to get your ex back. Some nut shit. Going to loot like some real goofy ass shit. How to get your ex back. And the first video that came up was alpha male strategies, right? And long story short, he was basically saying, you gotta treat her like shit to get her back. And I'm looking at this video, listening to what bro saying, and I'm like, man, this gotta be the dumbest shit. This gotta be the most stupid. What the fuck? Who would come back to a nigga that? Just show you how much I knew what I was dealing with back then. But you know, I'm like, bro, who the fuck would get back with a girl? I mean, what girl would get back with you after you ignoring them? You just not like what? That shit don't even make. I wouldn't even want you after that. Me thinking with my male mind, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, years go by, getting in the situation I just explained to y'all. The thing happened again, got fucked over again. I searched up the same thing, same nigga came on. Now I'm more prompt to listen because I'm just like, I need some type of that, you know what I'm saying? Also I was watching a creator at the time. He put me on to Kevin Samuels. Now this was before he blew up. At the time when I started watching him, he had like 70,000 subscribers, and it was more some low key shit. You know what I'm saying? It was more some like hitting gym tucked off. Y'all niggas don't know about this type shit when I started watching him. So I watched his content, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't be in the position I am today if I didn't watch his content, because from his content, I got more than women ain't shit or these girls is tripping. You know what I'm saying? I got more than that from his content. I got like an idea of what you need to be doing on your side as a man to even, you know, get these type of girls that you're talking about, right? It was the conception, the birth of my incelness, if that's a word. But also in that birth and conception, it was like a little seed that would eventually pull me out of it, right? So I started watching his content, man. I'm going hard on his content. Pause. I'm going hard on that content for at least like 6-7 months, bro. At least 6-7 months before he blow up. Now this shit is like a thing. Now it's like everybody started making red pill, right? I was one of them red pill niggas. But like I said, I wasn't like 18 prestige in the comments. I'm all the red pill, blah this, blah the red pill is the fucking no. I was just watching, right? I was just watching, taking the information, trying to apply it in real life, right? Shit don't really work like you think you do in real life. And don't get me wrong, the red pill guys, bro, when it first started, it wasn't strictly what it turned out to be in the end. By the time it turned out to be that, I stopped watching it because I ain't gonna lie, the shit just got ridiculous, bro. I was just like, man, at this point, y'all niggas just, y'all fishing for content, bro. Like, a lot of people think that incels is just like going off the deep end. They just like some crusty, dusty, overweight, jerk off every day, even though I jerked off a lot, but like, that's not here nor there. They think, when you think of an incel, I know you got a picture in your head, a picture in your mind about what it is, what they look like, what they'll act like. But bro, you'll be surprised that like average looking dude just don't get no cheeks, bro. He's an incel. He's not necessarily, one of those people in the comments. He might have some frustration with women. I think if you're a dude and you deal with women, regardless if your experience with women has been flawless, like you never got fucked over, you're still gonna be a little frustrated. You're just dealing with people. So like, I mean, you're gonna be frustrated. But they're not like super hateful. They're not saying women deserve less, blase. Cause I'm not gonna lie, what really kind of like woke me up was like, I'm watching this content and like at this point I've been watching it for like a year or two, right? I'm living by this shit. But the shit they are starting to say, right? They'll say stuff like accountability, right? So they'll tell you to take accountability for themselves, right? I mean, for yourself, right? But then I'm starting to watch them, like Fresh and Fit's a plain example. Bro. I literally watched some niggas turn goofy, bro. When they first came out, I'm telling you, they were not like what they are today, bro. What you see them doing right now, how this nigga Myron be tweaking every other day, bro. Bro, they won't like that when they first started, bro. They was actually normal. They seemed genuine and like they was really passionate about what they was talking about, right? They won't own the all women and blase blah, and maybe they was hiding it, right? But I'm telling you, that's not what the content was about. Because at the end of the day, right, to even those niggas that be in the comments saying women deserve less, blase blah, they don't hate women, bro. Because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. If they didn't hate women, or like how some people like to throw around they're gay, they wouldn't even care right now. They wouldn't even have this emotional attachment to what they're talking about because they would be fucking with dudes, right? They wouldn't have never discovered what the fuck is going on. You feel me? Like they would have never got fucked over by a woman. Now they feel so passionate about a woman deserving less or a woman being treated like shit, right? That would have never occurred, right? And I think if you think about it, you could come to that conclusion, but nobody gets on the internet to think, right? Nobody gets up here to think, right? Like it's just not what it is. But these are regular dudes, man. In life, bro, something I realized too is that most dudes ain't out here getting cheeks, right? Depending on who you talk to, cheeks is like a fucking puzzle you got to solve. And then if you talk to somebody else, it's just another part of their weekend, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got me some cheeks lying on. I'm like, nah, bro, how you always just happening? You know what I'm saying? And I've been on both sides of that coin. I suppose I should talk about what brought me out of it. And I think really it was just age and maturity, right? Like I said, I wasn't a beat up, ugly, unattractive guy. Wasn't like short. I was chubby, but like I wasn't short and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could pull women. It was just when they got to me and I started talking. Yeah. I'm the type of nigga that talk the panties on, right? My words can get a girl fully dressed as fast as you ever seen in your life. Right? You feel me? I do the exact opposite of what your game and your G was supposed to do. Back in the day, that is. I may do it a little bit now, but yeah. It was just a skill issue. I didn't know no better, right? And then on top of not knowing no better, not knowing how the game really works, I had a lot of resentment because of the past couple situations I've been in. So like my relationship, my experiences with women just wasn't the best. And I couldn't look outside of myself at the time, man. So really it just took time. I got to a point in life where I just didn't give a fuck, right? I didn't care. And I'm not gonna lie to you, gentlemen, the second I swear to God, bro, the second I just did not give, like I genuinely want to act no more. Like I really just did not give a fuck. Instantly I started getting cheeks, bro. Instantly I started getting, you know what I'm saying? I had options now. I could pick and choose. Eventually ended up getting into a relationship, but that's neither here nor there. So, those are some dark times, man. And I understand. I even knew it when I was in those times that I was just like hurt, upset, full of rage, very vindictive, bro. And I feel like a lot of y'all might be in the same position. If you click this video, you might want to come out of being an incel. You might have looked in the mirror and accepted, yeah, bro, I'm on some goofy, lame shit right now. I'm an incel. I'm on the internet wild and talking crazy about women because I can't get no cheeks. But that's not the life you want to live. I know that's not the life you want to live because that ain't the life I wanted to live, bro. I was stressed the fuck out, bro. You know what I'm saying? About imaginary situations, about shit that won't even on my plate, right? That's a terrible place to be in life. And honestly, man, if you want to come out of that lifestyle, if you want to come out of that way of thinking, bro, you just got to go outside, experience women for yourself, right? In other words, get a date. Don't get a date. Talk to a coworker, right? Regular conversation, man. You find out some women actually can hold decent conversations. And 9 times out of 10, like maybe 7 times out of 10, if you look halfway decent, man, the fact that you can hold a decent conversation kind of get them going a little bit, because most dudes just can't, right? Or most dudes just come in awkward, weird, trying to fuck. Stop trying to fuck everything, right? Don't get me wrong. I understand, I ain't saying don't lay no wood, but like, you gotta control yourself is what I'm saying. Just experience women for yourself, man. Yes, it is some shiesty ass women who don't deserve shit, who deserve to get kicked off a cliff and blown up when they hit the bottom of the ravine or whatever. But there's also some decent women who deserve a nice little night out, you know what I'm saying? Who deserve somebody to be there for them. I wouldn't even say deserve, but like, they not gonna fuck you over, bro. They gonna want the best for you. And guess what, bro? There's more women on the planet than it is men. So it's likely more women who will do you right than you even know what to do with. You just gotta find them. You gotta put yourself out there, right? You gotta understand that everything you shoot for just not gonna be going. And that's just life, bro. Like, it is what it is, right? Just keep shooting, you know what I'm saying? Just keep talking, communicating, right? And I don't know what it is. It's just this weird thing about life. When you're not looking for something, it always pops up. So, bro, just relax. Focus on yourself. Women love that. When you're focusing on yourself, grind, you're trying to achieve something, man. Go work out. Go develop a skill. Go start a YouTube channel, right? Do what I'm doing, man. You feel me? And you won't be an incel no more. I hope that helps you. And if you made it this far, I appreciate it, man. But, I ain't really got much else to say to y'all. So I'll catch you on the flip.